Hey Violas, so this worksheet is meant to help you figure out when you should play low two and when you should play high two. The first thing that I would love for you to do for me, just so that it is easier for me to check on this with you at the end of the week, is just put your name here. Thank you. All right, so right now we're just going to talk about low two and high two in the context of F sharp and F natural. So if you remember, on the D string, when we play a high two, that makes the note F sharp, and when we play a low two, that makes the note F natural. There are two ways that composers can tell us if they want us to play sharp notes or flat notes or natural notes. And that first way that they're going to tell us that is with the key signature. So that's why we always want to check the key signature first whenever we're learning a new piece, because that will give us some information that will be really important about whether to play high twos or low twos in any new piece. So in this first example, we have a key signature that has one sharp. And if you remember, the first sharp is always F sharp. And if we have one sharp, which is always F sharp, we are in the key of G major. And because there is an F sharp in the key signature, that tells us that anytime we play an F on the D string, it's always going to be F sharp. And that means that we always have to use a high two. However, down here, you'll see in our key signature, we have no sharps and no flats, which if you remember back to our C major scale, all of the notes in the C major scale are natural notes. So a key signature with no sharps and no flats tells us that we're going to be in the key of C major. When we're in the key of C major, because there are no F sharps in the key signature, that means that all the Fs that we play are going to be natural. And so on the D string, anytime we see an F in the key of C major, we're going to have to remember to use low two to play that F natural. So looking down at this exercise here, based on these key signatures, your job is to figure out if you should play a low two or a high two. The first one should look pretty familiar. We just talked about it. So this key signature here has no sharps and no flats. So which key signature is that? Hopefully you said C major because it matches, right? So in C major, we're going to play F natural. And when we play F natural, we need to remember to use low two. In the next one, it also looks pretty familiar. We have one sharp in the key signature, and one sharp tells us that the key signature is G major. So the key signature here is going to be G major. There is an F sharp in the key signature, so you should play F sharp, right? And then if you're going to play F sharp, that means that you need to use high two. Moving down, this key signature hopefully looks familiar to you just because we've done it so many times. Two sharps, the first one is always F sharp, C is always second, and that tells us that the key signature that has two sharps in it is D major. When we have D major, we still have that F sharp, right? So that's always going to be the first sharp, so you should still play F sharp. And when you play F sharp, you'll use high two. Down here, this is a key signature that we haven't talked about yet, but you are starting to learn about it this week with your F major scale and with the video that I posted earlier, late last week, really, I should say, about F major. So this key signature right here has one flat in it, and that is a B flat. You see how the middle of that little flat symbol is right on the line, or sorry, on the space where you would play the note B. So anytime you have one flat, that tells you that the key signature is F major. And in F major, we want to not play F sharp because it's not F sharp major, it's F major. So we're going to play F natural. And anytime we play F natural, we have to use low two.